Greetings everyone, it is me Venjir Place here and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. It is a blast, guys. I'm having a lot of fun in Clash Royale and I'm playing so many fun games these days, and I decided to do something for you guys that could make my games even more exciting. And what am I doing? Just gonna make my games even more exciting when I decided to drop down about 200 trophies from where I were in order to get some more fair games. You would think that I'm just a really bad player because of that, because you know there's no level 10s at 3,200 trophies. They're all at the Electro Valley like I were. I mean, you're really just going down here to lose games. I mean, to win games easier, but the truth is, guys, that the real truth is that there's a lot of level 10s here. There's a lot more level 10s that aren't like maxed out. The level 10s that are up there are people that have spent like their entire like profile just on upgrading 12 cards and nothing else. That's one of the reasons they're all the way up there, and it's because they got really lucky with their legendaries. Like they got like 2 legendaries that are absolutely boss or something like that. Then I suppose that's another reason you could be up there. Or yeah, if you have like Inferno Dragon and Electro Wizard, or you have like a Log and Night Witch and something like that, or you have a Mega Knight and a Minion Horde and stuff like that, you get lucky with those, then can also be up there. In my opinion, some legendaries do a little bit better than others in some scenarios, but that is something we're not going to discuss for now. Dog, I have a really great Golem deck for you guys, and I know, guys, a Golem deck usually isn't a special thing, but I wouldn't be making a video about it if it wasn't special. So it is a little bit of a different Golem deck than most people play. It has a bit of a twist to it. So the twist is, as you have realized, the free spell. My goodness, the free spell. Almost no one uses the free spell, dude. People use like Poison, Fireball, Zap, whatever you really want. I also use the Zap, but they never put in the free spell. They're like, who the heck would put in the free spell? It's not good for too much. A Poison does the same damage in the area. But I'm like, no, I decided to try it out and it worked. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you 2 replays where it worked very well, and you are gonna see how it works. So the first battle is this one. This is against Playman, who's in the clan, the chest clan. They really get 10 out of 10 of those chest guys. I can tell you, they're the chest clan. Well, I'm in a royal clan, I suppose I want to call it. So yeah, he's gonna go at me a furnace. I was like Fire Spirit Star, but really, yeah, it's a furnace. I know. So he's gonna go with a Fire Spirit Star and a Wizard, and a Prince. And at this point, what I usually do is I drop off the Skarmy far away, not right on top of the Prince, because then you know, if I have done that, then I think that executioner would have already been dead. It's really important about how you position the skeleton army. That really is important. And if you position it just a little bit too badly, then you are, yeah, not gonna get too much done. Yeah, skeleton army, it's really hard. It's yeah, there's tactics you can do with it, and most people, they just use it for aggression, or they just put it right on top of stuff. Sometimes that isn't the case. Sometimes when they split up their stuff to the middle of the screen and do some crazy plays like that. Now this guy went elite part, and I was like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna golem that shit, but I missed one of the E-barbs. That's gonna deal damage to our tower, but it was actually perfect, because if I hadn't missed the E-barb, then the bats would have taken out the elite barbarians very quickly, and then they would have not pushed with that golem. But this is where the plays are made. He drops down a skeleton right as I'm talking about the skeleton army. That's why I was talking about the skeleton army earlier. He drops the skeleton army right on top of my golem to take it out, but my executioner takes out the skeleton army with 1 swing, or 2 skeletons remain. But That's the reason we got that tower right there. You want to be careful about how you position your skeleton army. If I were that guy, I would rather tank the damage and not drop it right on top of an executioner, to be honest. That's why he lost that tower. And at this point, I'm just going to keep on defending. And that's how we're going to bring home the W, guys. That's how. The skeleton army that he missed, and also the freeze that I did on that Valkyrie, allowed us to get in there and do that extra damage. And we needed to take out the tower. As you realize, the Valkyrie would have taken out the Golem and taken out majority of the stuff. At this point, I'm just sending him a laugh. That Skarmy that he did was absolutely crazy. Now he haven't given up yet. He's going for the E-Bar Wizard Rush. But as I said, I have the freeze, which is an absolutely great defensive card. So he's not going to get too much done with that. A good thing with the freeze, that makes it better than other defensive cards, is that it's not like it's a if you have like an executioner down and then you freeze, then you know that almost everything what's there is gonna die. If you have like a tornado, then you're not really guaranteed to get it. You're gonna do a lot of damage to that stuff, but the tank and stuff will live further afterwards. And another really good thing, which makes it better than the tornado, is that it freezes even the splash damagers. So you can actually freeze Skarmy, and that will take out the wizard and executioner and stuff like that. You can pull up really crazy things with the freeze. Even when you combine it with like a minion horde, it does very well. And I thought I would use the same concept of the freeze and mix it with a golem deck, and it really works. So we're gonna jump into another replay. And that went very well. Yeah, we're gonna go against Kree, and he is in the clan Polska Masters, which is a good Polska clan. I feel like that's a, there's a lot of Polska gamers these days. I've seen that a lot of places so far. So yeah, but Kree is coming in with a giant skeleton. I'm gonna carefully position my skeleton army, not position it right on top, just in case he has a zap. Right on top of his giant skeleton, then he won't be able to zap right away. In a second, as I said, it's all about the skeleton army timing. And that guy in the last game, he didn't get it right. let's be honest, he didn't get the skeleton army quite right. So at this point, he's probably like, oh yeah, I got an Inferno Dragon, that golem's gonna die. But guess what? No, it ain't gonna die. I'm gonna go ahead and get bats, tank in front of it. The main plan was to freeze, but when I realized that the bats tanked so well, I was like, why would I even use the freeze at this point? I'm gonna get a little bit of damage done anyways, and an Inferno Dragon isn't that much of a threat for me, as I have a skeleton army. So I just decided to go for the zap, not for the freeze. I'm gonna split up the skeleton army. The plan was to get so many skeletons on the other side, it would force him to do something else. I really didn't. I mean, he plays an E-Wizard, but that's more of like a push card, I suppose. I had to place archers, so it didn't quite work. But every once in a while, it works. If you're like a really good, place it really well, then it works. So now we did a really great bandit, which took out our furnace. But now I'm gonna do golem. This is where I thought, maybe I shouldn't have done that, because he's gonna Inferno Dragon that. Golem's gonna die real quick. But it ended up being fine. The golem died, but even though it died, he actually got some damage because one skeleton survived. Somehow survived the furnace that he placed down. So I got good damage done with that. Now this guy goes with a graveyard, which I shut down very easily. If he had like a freeze to that, then that wouldn't have been easy. But he didn't have a freeze. So yeah, and just if you notice, I placed an executioner against the bandit. I have a good spam with the Skarmy, one of the main reasons that Golem decks are like weak. One of the main counters to Golem decks are like spammable cards. So yeah, if you have like a Hog Rider deck that's absolutely crazy and they have an Inferno Tower to always shut down your... Oh, look at that freeze that I did over there. To always shut down the Golem, then the Hog Rider person is gonna win. But what I do is I keep a skeleton army and I keep it really spammy and that way, gonna get that. So yeah, the way we won the game right there was that he placed an Inferno Dragon and I actually froze it. That's another really cool thing about it. If you have a ton of stuff on your side of the screen, he has a ton of stuff on your side of the screen, you can just freeze and then you take out all their stuff and they don't really get far. And when you have like a minion horde on top of the golem and they place a wizard, then you can freeze that and actually take out their tower that way instead of the wizard taking out every single one of the minions, and then you're down. So it's absolutely great to have the freeze in there for that reason, and many people don't seem to do it, but I like to do it and I have had a lot of success with it. And we're meeting other level 10 players as well. Look at that, he's also level 10. We have even cards. It's not like I have an unfair advantage or anything, not that he has either. So we're gonna take that out. Now, one of the weaknesses that I do have, one of the things that I lack against, is like a princess. Obviously, I don't have arrows. I mean, the thing that I don't have against is that. But yeah, let's see if we can bring this battle. Let's see if we can make a W out of this battle, guys, against Slash Great Kingdom. And he's doing a very strategy that I've seen quite a lot. This is like a knight princess strategy. I've seen it so many times. Not princess, knight, ice spirit. Then he has just a ton of defensive stuff, and it somehow works for people. And they have like a rocket in there as well to be really annoyed. They really only have to get a little bit of damage done, and they pretty much won the game. So yeah, that's what's up for them. And they also have a log. That's typical also to have with it. So they're gonna go ahead and place that. Now the princess is gonna focus my. Oh, I'm gonna skeleton army that. Really good. Look at that. Goblin Bear not getting any damage done. I'm gonna go put my executioner onto that princess after the knight is gone, so I can take it out very easily. Look at this. No, no, no! I was gonna do a freeze. Oh my gosh. I thought my execution would survive with like no health and deal a lot of damage. Sorry guys, that was too YOLO, too aggressive. Might cost us the game, but I wanted to try it anyways. If he had a log, then I wouldn't have done that. Well, I knew he had a log, but if I would have... Yeah, you know, we gotta get after it sometimes, and it doesn't always work. So that's what that was. Don't judge. Alright. So, I'm gonna get my golem going. I'm gonna put it all the way in the back. I have a furnace down there for defense. It would be silly to put down like an E-barb or anything against it. So the best thing you can do is just wait and infect. As since he has a knight, it's an ice spirit, it's pretty good. But like it isn't that much of a heavy defense, you know. Oh, rocket! Oh my goodness. He is gonna go with a rocket. I'm gonna freeze his princess. Which is gonna make it so we don't get too much damage done. But my plan was that he puts down something else with a princess in the back, and then I freeze that, and then I do a ton of damage that way. It doesn't seem like we even did that. The golem is gonna get a little bit of damage done, so that's really cool and good. So yeah, I don't even want to let him do anything at this point. I'm just rushing in. Come on, get the princesses. Skeleton army. Yes, we got it. I just want to go ahead and spam the crap out of him and freeze whatever he places. At this point, I have another freeze up, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it to freeze his princess, and the golem gets there to the tower, a full healthed golem. 30 seconds left on the clock, though he has a tornado. So we're not gonna get the tower. This is very unfortunate. If this golem that I placed on the opposite side gets there somehow, and he totally ignores it, then we get the tower. But he's not a pleb. He's not going to disconnect. Give us a free win. So, seemingly that's not going to be the case here. Golem is going to go down, and we're going to win. And Furnace, another thing that's really good about the Furnace, actually, is the Princess counter. I know I begin the game with like, oh no, there's a princess, I don't have arrows. But the furnace actually tanks, so it's like it tanks for the tower. Instead of shooting the tower, it shoots the furnace, and it has 1,000 health. So imagine if it sits there for like forever and it shoots at my furnace. That's a lot better if it sat there forever shooting at my tower, you know. And it saves us a lot of lives that way. So it's really greatly functioning, and the furnace can also just help the golem in the back. So it's a great support card. It's good at a lot of things. And the freeze functions really well with the executioner. A lot of the cases you don't use it for offense. A lot of the times, as you have seen in the past replays, you use it for defense and stuff. So that was good. So we didn't get okay, the live battle didn't go, we didn't quite get a win with that, but a draw and a well-playing opponent, as well as some great defense bias. That was a great game anyways. It shows you the potential that this deck can have with the freeze. You can freeze stuff, freeze people's things, and yeah, it's really good. And another note is that you want to freeze like if they do like a witch, then you want to freeze almost immediately as it focuses your golem, and you want to freeze the tower as well. It's important to freeze the tower and whatever they place with it. If they gank your golem from the back and stuff, then don't even go with the freeze. It's pretty much lost. I mean, if they go with a lot of stuff, then maybe you can freeze that. Maybe if they have like an Inferno Tower right at the back and you have like bats focusing your Inferno Dragon, but way too late, then it would take out your Inferno Dragon, then you can freeze it. But really don't. Be careful about that. If they have a lot of stuff, okay, long story short, if they have a lot of stuff at the tower that they want to snipe it away with chip damage, freeze. If they have a lot of stuff on the golem coming from the back, don't freeze. Put down an executioner or skeleton armor archers instead and deal some damage that way. So another thing is there is no legendaries at all. There is just golem, executioner, freeze, furnace, skeleton army, bats, zap, and archers. And it's really, everyone can have this. The only thing is the executioner. You need to get the jungle arena to get it. No, I don't think it can be replaced with a wizard. Like that skeleton army play that we did in the first game, for example, that would have not been possible with a wizard. Wizard would have taken out like a fifth of that skeleton army. So it would have done like nothing, and the skeletons would take out the golem, and I wouldn't have won. So a lot of possibilities disappear with the executioner. But if you really want to try this out yourself, to freeze, but you're not up to the jungle arena yet, then what you can do is get a wizard in there still, but then you want to make sure that you switch out like one of these with a goblin gang or like a 3 elixir defense. Maybe you want to no, the goblin gang is also jungle arena, crap. Maybe you want to switch it out with a, I don't know, legendary princess, but that's legendary, so you don't want. I don't even know. It's rough. You're gonna have to figure that out yourself. Not gonna utter more, but majority of people have this, so it's a great deck. Should try it. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel, Vegeta Plays, and go ahead and subscribe to the playlist as well. And if you want to watch some more Clash Royale on this channel, if you enjoyed this, then go ahead and just wait till this video is finished pretty much, and you will get another one coming up. So do that, and like the video if you liked it, and comment if you have something interesting to say about the Golem Freeze deck. Goodbye for now guys, have a great day.